This lecture is concerned with the functioning of researcher's mind, research into research process, theory building, development of or emergence of doctrine. Presently, theory of wisdom as a remedy for deliberate and mischievous errors term corruption. We'll be discussing presently in this lecture a theory of wisdom as a reformative theory, evolutionary theory, as a remedy for deliberate mischievous errors termed as corruption. We know how great inventors' mind functions as far as their biographers have recorded in books and on the internet. The present researcher has no biographer yet, but herein I confer with my fellow researchers, their contemporaries, and the posterity. Life and work. Researcher's life and his research findings, inventors' lives and their inventions have biographical relationships, biographical narratives to be understood better and be useful reference material for future researchers. The functioning of researcher's mind. I make a statement that the researcher selects a theme for research. A researcher selects a theme for research and begin to doubt it. Then the counter thought emerges. The theme has elected the researcher. Both these propositions are correct. How? An idea floating in the cosmic field interacts with the researcher's supermental field, the field of super mind. The research team, the great idea, needs worthy researcher. The vast mindscape is the cosmic field. The idea has a longer life, it survives. The power could be immeasurable. The power of an idea could be immeasurable. An idea may cause revolutions. To the researcher, such ideas are his sport. He plays with the ideas mentally. Also tests them empirically by field tests or practical experience. To the researcher, intense deep thinking and serious exposition are intoxicating. Anything different is distracting. Thus we know what could be interesting to the researcher. The researcher's life is the life of an ascetic. Now please let us discuss a problem of deliberate mischievous errors that are termed as corruption. A classic book on rich and super rich. A classic book on rich and super rich mentions that a person to get super rich should be opportunistic, whereas a super learned, over learned person of wisdom develops scruples. By implication, it means that you encourage your people to become super learned, over learned. They will develop wisdom and scruples, and they will be free from deliberate mischievous errors termed corruption. But in the present system of bureaucracy, the employees are either not allowed to study or are discouraged even from distance learning from open universities. There are enormous facilities for distance learning from open universities. At least the employees of the bureaucracy should be allowed to study in those courses, develop their knowledge in distance learning, by distance learning from open universities. Recommendation. As a researcher, I will recommend that the employees should be encouraged to become super learned by distance learning from open universities. The theory of wisdom. Remember, the theory of wisdom, super learning. It states super learning, over learning leads to the development of wisdom and scruples that prevents the beholder of wisdom from committing deliberate mischievous errors that are termed as corruption. This is the doctrinal understanding that eliminates deliberate errors termed as corruption. Now empirical testing. I tested this empirically. As a visiting professor, I was talking to direct Texas law officers in their training college in Mumbai. They knew that I am the doctor of laws of the university professor, also the practicing chartered accountant. They asked me whether after getting the doctor's degree, I continue to sign the financial statements and balance sheet. I replied, after the doctoral degree, I have stopped signing work. They said this is the right decision. After such higher learning, I am not inclined to be misled into innocent errors or even non-pecuniary of even non-pecuniary nature. Similarly, other human souls too will be inclined to take precautions. Criticism. Critics may say, I am talking philosophy. Yes. But you have not been able to solve the problem of corruption by being non-philosophical. I ask a question. Have you ever thought of any measures other than punishment? The deterrent theory? No. Researcher's liberty. So do not deprive me of my liberty to think as a researcher. Solutions to the problems come from straight sources. Theory of wisdom does not ask for any space from the theory of deterrence. The theory of deterrence may be continued to be applied, punishments may be given. The theory of wisdom does not ask for any space. It is an evolutionary theory. But the theory of wisdom is the constructive evolutionary theory. It does not cost you any expenditure. Please let wisdom prevail and the theory of wisdom along with. The discussions on theory building will continue. These lectures will immensely benefit researchers, professors, thinking individuals, and generally the humankind to find solutions for their problems. Once the methodology is revealed, the mystique is lost. It looks apparent, simple. That is the purpose of these lectures. The technique will endure. These techniques will endure with you for the lifetime. Knowledge, wealth, and power have increasing returns. Knowledge, wealth, and power have increasing returns. Let us therefore pursue knowledge, wealth, and power. Sri Shukta from Rig Veda declares, Pradur Bhutos Mirashtrasmin, Kirti Vradhim Dadatume. Rashtra, nation is the term. As ancient as Rig Veda, we have always cherished virtuous property and fame with elegance.